So there is Marlo Delgado, 32 years of age, over in the red corner for Ecuador. His opponent is 31-year-old Birol Aygun of the Turkey IBA neutral team.
Round one.
So we're underway then. Action in the 86-kilogram cruiserweight division between two experienced operators. The boxer wearing red is Marlo Delgado, 32 years of age, undefeated professional and a two-time Olympian, having represented Ecuador in 2012 and 2016, both of those coming at 75-kilogram middleweight. His opponent, wearing blue, operating out of the southpaw stance, is Birol Aygun, 31 years of age. An IBA neutral Turkish boxing team is the nation he's representing. Good left hook sunk into the body by Delgado. The two has competed in previous world championships. 2021 lost to the man who boxed his way to the first of two consecutive world championship goals, Joan Lee Hernandez of Cuba. And Hernandez, now an undefeated pro, boxing out of the United States. But the Cuban maestro was absolutely masterful in his two appearances at the IBA Senior World Championships in Belgrade, Serbia, and Tashkent 2023. Well, it's Delgado who has made a really brisk start here, looking to cuff his way to successes on the inside. Here's Aygun. Is finding the range behind his roundhouse southpaw left to the body. Well, there again, that same swinging southpaw left is just causing a few problems for Delgado. It caused him to totter backwards, disrupting his balance, and on each occasion he sagged into the ropes. So Delgado looking to pierce his man with straight shots. Oh, what an overhand left again from Aygun. And once more, the bull rush had just made Delgado uncomfortable. Now, for my money, the ropes kept him up there, so the ref would have been well within his rights to issue a count. But he's still moving sharply up on his toes, is Delgado, but every time Aygun commits to a forward foray, it just seems to put him in a little bit of discomfort. Piling up the points effectively behind his straight punches is Delgado. One suspects that he will have done enough to take that first round. An example of how Delgado was able to use straights. Now, if anything other than the soles of your feet is touching the canvas, then it can be ruled a knockdown. I suggested the ropes may have kept him up, but was it a glutes to grass squat? Did he sit down on the bottom rope? Was my instinct in real time. Still none the wiser after the replay. So a 3-2 split in favor of Marlo Delgado. Judges 1 and 3 preferring the work of the man from the IBA neutral Turkey squad.
Round two.
So moving to the second round, and Delgado out behind a pecking left jab once again. When he lets his hands go with these, as again you see the forward foray of Aygun continually disrupting the balance and boxing stance of Delgado. Now what tactical adjustments will the corner of Aygun have made? Because it seems to me that every time he pushes off the back foot and looks to back his man up, irrespective of where the shots are landing, it's disrupting the boxing stance of Delgado, which suggests there could well be a problem with his balance that could be exploited by a consistent cluster of punches. Aygun just intimating that he felt the shot was low. Glancing roundhouse left to the body from Aygun, scored with the same shot a little higher to the sternum of his opponent. So Aygun just spoken to about his punches straying into illegal territory around the rear of his opponent. The target area is the front of a boxer, remember, and above the belt. Counter right hand attempted by Delgado. On the second attempt, he did get through with it. Well, getting into verbal conversation with the referee there is Aygun. I'm not sure that's going to help his cause or indeed change the perspective of the referee. Delgado with a sharp shooting right cross success a few moments ago. Right hand from around his belt line from Delgado twice in quick succession. So neither man really paying any attention to the defensive position of their hands, happen to fire from the belt line and rely on their reflexes or indeed their chin. As you see that right jab again, just causes Delgado to back up. He steps back in and lands a right hand to the body. So can Aygun score with any consistency here? Now he's got to get those hands free and just work away on the inside, but look at Delgado wrap him up like a gift to prevent him from working. Sneaky uppercut turned underneath by Aygun. So 6 minutes of boxing completed. And remember, the first round was taken on a 3-2 split by Marlo Delgado. Well, that's a look at the incident from the first round. No count was administered. But clever counter-punching off the ropes from Marlo Delgado, who is always wide-eyed and alert. His work was a little cleaner in that second round. Will it be a split verdict once again?
Seconds out.
Well, look at that. Delgado has taken the second round on a 4-1 split. But because of the distribution of scores, we have 3 scorecards tied at 19 points apiece for judges 1, 3, and 5 as we enter the final round. This cruiserweight contest has come down to a 3-minute shootout as holding and hitting on the inside from Aygun. But the first round taken on a 3-2 split by Delgado. Oh, that's a wonderful right hand against the southpaw from Delgado. Took the first on a 3-2 split, took the second on a 4-1 split, but because of the way the scores were distributed amongst the 5 scoring judges, we have a scene where we have 3 scores that are level for judges 1, 3, and 5 at 19 points apiece. But he's been pecking and poking his way with point scoring punches successfully here in the third. Has Delgado. Cuffing roundhouse right landed by Aygun, but again it's first and third boxing by Delgado. Very little attention being paid to the getting the hands into the on-guard position. That's how they box, of course. But given the apparent balance issues that just seem to disturb Delgado on occasion over the first couple of rounds, it's always the risky strategy to box in that manner. If that's your style, that's your style. But if there are balance issues, as he totters backwards once again before getting his footing back solidly beneath him, well, it's an even higher risk endeavor. Scoring with a touching left jab once again is Delgado. Aygun hasn't really found the range with any consistency through 2 completed minutes of this second round. And it's Delgado sticking and moving once again to score with a single shot without reply. And look at the disruptive effect that right hand has had. He's giving his man angles, keeping the movement going, occasionally holding his feet to pile up points without reply. And it's though Delgado again, left jab, right cross success, and Aygun just apparently a little bit bereft of ideas here. Nothing wrong with the man's desire, but as close and competitive as it was in the second round, the more we have gone through the contest, the bigger the gap for my money between the 2 boxers in terms of what they're producing. But remember, these are 86-kilogram cruiserweights, and they can turn proceedings around with a single punch. That's what Aygun has needed for the majority of this, for the entirety of this third round for my money. But you can see he's got absolutely nothing left. And it's Delgado who ends the round on the front foot. And I believe that he will be declared a convincing victor here. If we hear the word unanimous, we will know that it's gone in the direction of Marlo Delgado, because we had 3 scores that were tied at 19 points apiece for judges 1, 3, and 5. So if we hear unanimous, it means that he swept the board, and I think that in the final round, and I believe that's what he's done here, because he really stuck it on Birol Aygun. And I think we're going to hear the word unanimous from the public address announcer.
And the winner of this bout, on points by unanimous decision, is the boxer in the red corner, Marlo Javier Delgado Suarez, Ecuador.
So Marlo Delgado, a unanimous points decision victor, just increasing his authority the deeper we got into the contest. And in the third and final round, it was a pretty commanding display. Competitive in the first, Delgado edging it on a 3-2 split. He extended to pull ahead by taking the second 4-1, and in the third and final round, he was the fresher boxer, more able to execute his intended strategy, sharp punch picking, continually keeping Aygun on the end of straight shots. And in doing so, he swept the board in the final round, taking it for all 5 scoring judges to give him a unanimous verdict that sent him through to the round of 16 in the cruiserweight division. And there he will face off against Jan Zak of Israel in the next round of the tournament.